So this session, we're going to talk about speech transcription and we're going to learn about chat. What I need you to do is try to watch the videos and try practicing to work with the software. Definitely, I'm gonna show you how to use the software and just be more proficient. But at the same time, I really need you to just try it yourself and make sure you know how to use it. And if there is like a big problem, I'm there to just help you during our class. So this way we could just use the class time in a more efficient way. That being said, let me share my screen here so you can just see whatever I'm having here. First of all, I need you to go and find your plan software that you're supposed to download before the class. Mine is right there, so I'm gonna go for it. Um, so first of all, oh, actually, let me close my clown software. So then open it again. So this way you could just follow me better. So let us open it, which I did. Then I'm gonna go to the file section and I'm gonna open a new window, which gonna be this one. You can just see the new window, it doesn't have a specific name, so I have to name it like always. We're gonna go based on the video. Sorry, my teacup is here. Let's say the video's name is example, let's say one. It's gonna be underscore my initials, AGH. You have to create a folder for the sake of this project, which gonna be your speech transcription project. So you can literally create a folder and name the folder based on whatever you want. For me, my project's name gonna be, let's say, ABCCD. I'm gonna save the new file here and I'm gonna just enter save. You can just see that the file's name has been changed. And you can just see that at the end, I can see .cha, which means chat is able to read this file. And this is a good news. Now here's a step two. I'm going to go to tier. So it was file. Then right after that, we do have tier. I'm going to go to ID headers. So here you can just see by default, we do have SP01, which is okay, which is okay. We don't have a problem with it, but we have to define the language. Let's say we're gonna go for English and English sign in chat gonna be ENG. Corpus name gonna be the name of your project. Let's say you're gonna say, I don't know, in class project. I'm gonna say ABCCD project to just be consistent with my folder's name. You can just do the same. Name code. This one is very important. Let's say my name code is the child that I'm planning to code. It can be based on the role that you want to code. Let's say in your video, you do have two people are speaking. One of them is the child, another one is the investigator. So I'm going to go based on the person number one, which is my child. Sorry, child. I'm going to write down the name. You can put down the age if you have the information or even the sex, up to you. I'm going to skip them because it's not important to me. Same as group, I'm not going to enter any information for group or race because it's going to make my RA bias if I would do that. But I'm going to go for those mandatory section, which are role. I'm going to choose the role, which in this case, let's say, I'm going to go for child because this is my target child, target behavior. So I'm going to choose the role child and I'm going to write down done. But am I done? No, because I do have two people participating in my experiment. So I need to define another tier here for investigator as well. So again, I'm going to go to ID headers. Um, you can see child here. So this is like the participant that we already defined. We need to create a new ID, which gonna be this one. I just clicked on new ID. Language is the same, corpus name, the same project. Name code here gonna be investigator. So let's say I'm gonna put down INV. I'm gonna skip age, sex, group, SCS, but I'm gonna jump to role. I'm gonna go, you can see there are like so many roles here because in different experiment, we do have like different people. So depending on the number of participants or subjects in your study, you can pick role. And every time, all you need to do is creating a new ID. Here, I'm gonna go to investigator because I have to define this one. I'm having it done. Can you see that? Now I do have like two lines for each role that I'm having. One of them is investigator and the second one is child. I guess I'm good to go because I defined every possible role. And now the next step gonna be using the role that you're having to transcribe the speech. For doing that, let me show you a manuscript that I put together for you all. Um, okay, you can just see the manual here that you can later use it. I try to be specific for you, which you can just follow each part. But you can see after defining speaker number one and speaker number two, you're gonna go to define the situation that participants are, you know, participating in the experiment. That being said, you have to do add situation in this case, which I'm just copying and pasting it from here. I'm gonna put down add situation and I'm gonna use tab on my keyboard, let's say monkey, because all of the participants that I'm watching or you're gonna watch during the class, they're gonna be the monkey story. Then I'm gonna enter to just go down. If you are a Mac user, you have to use the key command and number two, like literally number two, to get the child line. So let me show you command number two. Can you see that? I do have the child, and here I can just literally listen to the video and transcribe the speech. Let me show you this part too, because I guess I had one video here. Um, mm, let's say, and three. Okay, I don't have it, but it should be in your Canvas. Okay, I have it here, example number two. Let's just watch it. Okay, he said that once upon a time, there was a monkey. Okay, this is my line number one because the baby, the subject, they didn't do any sort of hesitation. So that was their line. Whenever I'm finishing a line, I have to close the line with a period. If the child is asking a question, question mark. If the child is surprised, or if it's not a period, it's gonna be exclamation mark, which gonna be this one. You would never leave the very last line empty, the end of the sentence empty without closing it. Another point is you would always go lowercase, except there is an I. For example, instead of saying that I am trying to tell story, exclamation mark, this I has to be capital. So let's say investigator actually ask a question. I'm gonna go and press command number one. This is gonna be your investigator. So can you tell me again what happened? Question mark. I close the line. Then I'm gonna enter child. Command number two. Yes. And investigator, go on. And, I'm sorry, actually, I had to push command number one for investigator. Go on. Okay. So let's say you finish transcribing the video. You have to enter and write down end. Sorry, I guess at end, at the very end. So this way you could just close your chat transcription.